Hello everybody and welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. I'm Jason. This fuzzy one right here is Freya, the crazy fuzzy one. And we're bringing you today's video. Okay, crazy. As always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We're a small family channel just having fun. We'd love to bring you guys books. So we're going to keep doing these videos anyway, but we'd appreciate the support. It would make us definitely feel like people are actually getting some cool authors and cool books from us. And if you guys have any books, authors, anything that you think we should read, please put it in the comments, shoot us an email. We would love to. We've actually found quite a few books from some of our fans that have watched these videos. That'd be awesome. So for today, I want to talk about a series that I've talked about as a series before. I want to talk about one particular book. I want to talk about David Weber's Old Soldiers. And the world now, and it puts created by Keith Laumer, because this is he's basically writing someone else's world. This is the Bolo series that we've talked about in the past. So as always, I'm going to cover four things. I'm going to cover the world, the characters, the plot, and the writing style. So the world, far, far, far future. I'm not talking like culture level where all the technology is magic, but I am talking extreme far future where we have interstellar travel, we have the kind of technology and weapons that we can only imagine right now. So it's in the future. Humanity has an empire amongst the stars. It's actually called the Concordiate, and they're actually at war with the Melkonians. Now, this war comes up in most of the Bolo books. Okay? And the Bolos, it's called the Dinochrome Brigade. They are basically just huge tanks. Which gets us into the characters. There's really two primary characters, a bunch of secondary characters that appear throughout the entire book. Two primary characters. Manica Trevor, a captain in the Dinochrome Brigade. She is a pilot or a commander of Bolos, and Lazarus. Lazarus and Manica both are survivors from a previous engagement. They were the only survivors. She was not his commander. Her Bolo died, his commander died. They were the only survivors. He was rebuilt, she was regenerated and healed, and they are put back into service. Now, because Lazarus is such an old Bolo, they don't want to put him in the front lines. He can still hold his own, but he's, I believe, a Mark 28, and they're up to Mark 33, I think. 32, 33, 34, somewhere right around there. So he is definitely considered very, very old. Well, something like a century and a half old. He's been upgraded a couple of times, but he's still definitely an older Bolo. So he's not as strong and as powerful as more modern ones, although a lot of his technology was, of course, brought up to date when they basically rebuilt him for the second time. Captain Trevor, something similar, PTSD, shaken confidence, and a little bit of survivor's guilt. So they're put on a different mission. As it's put out there, the Concordiate is losing, or they expect to lose. Their war with the Melkonians, it's turning out that the Melkonian Empire was larger and stronger than anything they had thought. So while they're not losing, they're not winning either, and they definitely see a real possibility of losing. So what humanity has decided to do, kind of a last-ditch effort, sort of an arc kind of thing, they're going to do it. They're going to send out a colony. Now, again, we're out in the stars, so we've done a lot of colonies up to this point already, so they kind of have it down. But this one is basically going to be a hidden colony. Basically, they want to put together a group, a colonization group, the best and the brightest, with the best equipment they can give them. Send them on course, go that way for 1.5 years, and the first available planet that you find, colonize it. Don't call us, we won't call you, stay hidden. That kind of thing. So they figure they could throw a couple of old Bolos in there. That's far more firepower than most colonization efforts will ever get. Now, naturally, because this would be a boring book if it didn't occur, they get found by the Melkonians fairly early on. They barely win a naval engagement because the Bolos can also be used. Their weaponry can be used in space. I mean, basically, you're talking a tank that's 100 meters long, I think 87 meters long, and something like 18,000 tons or 20,000 tons, something along those lines. It's basically a battleship on treads. And so when they're mounted in space, a lot of their weaponry is actually more powerful than a lot of spaceship weaponry. which is why Bolos can shoot spaceships down from the ground. So they managed to win the engagement, but they believe they're being followed. So they change a few things up. They switch their route. They travel even further. They've lost a whole bunch of things like their hospital ship and a lot of their equipment, and they go even further out. They go even further out for their hidden colony, and again, because it'd be kind of a boring book if this were not to occur, they are being followed. They are being followed by one ship, a transport ship that's got a brigade, I think, of their Melkonian, which I believe are anthropomorphic dog species, brigade of Melkonian soldiers, basically. So, of course, they finally find a planet that they want to colonize, and start colonizing it, and get it. Hello, Freya. My fuzzy co-star has decided to join us. Say hi. Girl, say hi. Say hi. Or not. Oh, okay. You want to look at the camera? Say hi. Hi. So, of course, they get attacked once they have started the colonization process. They wanted their enemy wanted to give them a little bit longer in order to get their industrial base set up, because their ships are, starting to fall apart. So they need the human industrial base. They need to take it over so that they can either take the colony over themselves and have their own hidden colony, or so that they can rebuild their crap and get home. As far as the writing style goes, for those of you guys that have read the Bain publishing books, or anything by David Weber's written a crap ton of science fiction. It's interesting. It's a blast. Really good military science fiction. Very, very interesting. It's gripping. The characters well fleshed out. The characters develop well. The military tactics are sound and clever. And all in all, it's just an engaging book. It's a very, very, very difficult book to put down, which is most of the Dinochrome books. Most of the Bolo books are just an absolute blast. So after you guys hit the like and subscribe buttons, if you guys like science fiction and you haven't checked out the Bolo books, because they're a little bit older too. I know it's one of the reasons I want to do these reviews. I know most of you guys won't have seen these before. Go check them out. Go check out the Bolo books by this one, Old Soldiers, by David Weber. Check it out. It's a blast. It's fun. I can't put it any other way. You got to read it because it's fun. We'll catch you guys next time. Freya will catch you guys next time. She'll just wave with her back leg. Bye now. And we will catch you guys next time. Bye now. All right, you'll get your belly rub.